Hello everyone and welcome back to Minerva. I'm Whitney and today I have kind of a fun pattern fabric pairing video for you. Okay, so one of the things that I really enjoy doing in my own personal sewing practice is organizing my sewing in my closet into mini capsules, basically. So I don't have a minimalist wardrobe by any means. In fact, if you've seen me anywhere in the sewing community, you'll know I sew a lot and I make a lot of things. I don't have a minimalist wardrobe, but I do find that I can have a much more cohesive closet if I plan my sewing in little modules, like little capsules. And in theory, multiples of those capsule or modules kind of go together to make a larger capsule. Yeah, so basically this is like a capsule wardrobe if you're a maximalist in your clothing, which I would kind of describe myself as. Okay, so today I have picked 7 patterns. So a great way to put together a clothing module is by putting one topper, whether that be a jacket, a third layer piece basically, a jacket, a vest, cardigan, scarf even, some sort of layering piece as your first, and then pairing that with 2 bottoms, whether that be pants, skirts, shorts, whatever, 3 tops that can be worn with those 2 bottoms, and then I like to throw in a 7th piece for a dress. So the modules really work well more with separates, but I always like to put a dress in there too that will go with the, the topper, whatever that is, like jacket, cardigan, whatever. So yeah, so that's what I've picked, 7 different patterns, and not only have I picked a capsule fabrics to go with these patterns, but I've had them to where they would coordinate, so you could, in theory, pick all of these patterns, pair them with the fabrics I have put, and have a whole little mini wardrobe. So with these 7 pieces, you can create, let's see, I think it's 14 outfits. And which is nice for 7 pieces of clothing, not too bad. And obviously, though, it grows exponentially when you add another module to that. But anyway, I have put together both a warm color palette of fabrics and a cool color palette of fabrics, depending on your skin tones and kind of what you like to wear, because that can vary obviously between person to person. So without getting too specific, I know if you really delve deep into color theory, you can get into all the different, I think now most color theory, like finding your colors, have like up to 12 different categories that people might fall into. I'm just going warm and cool with this for simplicity reasons. But at the end of all of this, I will even put out all of the fabrics down below in one graphic, so you can see the warm palette when all is said and done and the cool palette when all is said and done. All right, as always, everything that I mention is going to be down below this video for quick access. You just click on that and it will automatically add things to your cart. In addition to quantities, so this you can look at these as kind of kits in theory. I'm also going to be putting any notions that are required for the patterns down below as well, so it's very easy just to kind of click on those, and also fabrics will be popping up. I'll put pictures of the fabrics up, but a little pop-up will also pop up for you to be able to go to that item on the website. All right, let's get started before this gets too incredibly long. Okay, for the topper, we'll start with that piece. I have chosen J. Lee, so I've also got my computer over here. I'm going to keep looking at it for reference. I have J. Lee sewing pattern 3900, which is also called the Charlotte cardigan. I love this. I think that it, you can make it, well, you could probably make it without buttons. It comes with buttons. Actually, you could make it both ways. They have it both ways. It comes in 2 different lengths. You can do a kind of a more cropped version, or you can do one that's a little bit more hip length, depending on what your preference is. I love patterns that come with many different options for customization. It's meant for knit fabrics, obviously. I love a cardigan as a nice, easy 3rd layer piece. It's just wonderful, even in warm months, to be able to have that to throw on in air-conditioned spaces. I just always I like the styling options that a 3rd layer piece gives you, but also I like that for functionality as well, because even in the warmer months, you're going to be, well, at least in my area, you're popping into places where the air conditioning can be a little insane, and that cardigan is fantastic. So for my fabric, I have picked here from Minerva, the heavy viscose jersey knit fabric. Now this is going to have a little bit of drape in it. I have picked all of my fabrics, it's the same fabric for both colorways. I've just picked it out in 2 different colors. So for the warm color palette, I've picked orange because I love a cardigan in a bright pop of color. I just think that's a great way to kind of zhuzh up an outfit a little bit and yeah, take a sleepy outfit and kind of make it more of a surprise, if you will. So this viscose, heavy viscose jersey knit, like all things on our site, you can look through, and anything that has been made and tagged with that fabric, you can look at those projects that other members have posted, and which makes it very easy to shop because you can, you know, scroll through and see, okay, this gal made a dress, how much does this drape, you know, so-and-so made a top out of this, just to really get a good feel for how the fabric is going to wear. I think this is going to be perfect for a cardigan. So again, I've gone with the orange for the warm color palette, and the, I can never say this word right. It is, oh wait, not candy pink. Oh, I guess it's just candy. No, that's not what I picked. Okay. Is it cerise pink? Is that how you pronounce that word? C-E-R-I-S-E? Cerise pink, but basically a nice hot pink, a fuchsia, kind of a pink color for that really nice pop. All right, moving on. Again, I will show pairings of all of these down below at the end so you can see a graph of what all of the different color palettes look like. Okay, for the bottoms, I went with a pair of your standard jeans. I personally love the Megan Nielsen Dawn jeans. I think that it is a fantastic pattern if, actually I'm wearing a pair today, if you like the more rigid denim that doesn't have stretch. Now I guess you could use denim with a little bit of stretch for this pattern, but it is meant for non-stretch denim. The reason I like this is that it gives a very great vintage silhouette, so it's very fitted through the waist and hips, and she has 4 different leg options. So she's got like a short, which is a little bit wider leg. She has a wide leg, a straight leg, and a skinny leg. So, I mean, that means sky's the limit on this with whatever leg options you're kind of wanting to do. And while I realize that wide legs are definitely having a moment right now, because she offers different lengths as well. You can do full length, you can do cropped, and she also has it for if you're tall, regular, short, and the different lengths that you can cut for, you know, in order, if you're short, in order to still have a cropped leg, which I find very, very helpful. But I personally really do like non-stretch denim because it molds to your body. So the longer you wear it, it just starts to fit really well to your body. You don't have any issues with things bagging out like you do a lot of times with some of the stretch denims that have a lot of Lycra in them. Sometimes that can happen. You get things bagging out. I don't know. They just kind of start to fit like a glove, pretty much, you know, just really mold to your body, which is what I really like about that. Now for the fabric, I actually went with the same color, the same fabric, same color for both the warm and the cool palettes because I think everyone needs a pair of dark wash denim. It just looks smart. It wears well. It's classic. That's the other thing. I have a very classic aesthetic personally, so all of these patterns and the matching fabrics kind of go a little bit more classic. Now I would make the straight leg version cropped in this Dawn jean in this 290 washed cotton denim fabric. And the 290 is the weight of the denim. I mean, you're scrolling through and you can immediately see quite a few people have made very good looking jeans out of this. And I chose the color indigo blue. I think that's just your classic dark wash denim. It's gonna look fantastic with no matter what color you're putting it with. It's a great neutral, I think. So I would use that for the Dawn jeans. I think it would be a beautiful match, and you would have a pair of classic straight leg jeans. So, you know, they're talking about the skinny jean going away, but a straight leg jean is a great way to bridge that gap between like the really baggy jeans you're seeing everywhere and a skinny jean. A straight leg jean is still giving you room in the leg, but it's still easy to pair with shoes. Finding shoes to wear, especially if you're doing a cropped straight leg jean, which I would do like an ankle length straight leg jean. I think you'll find that you'll be able to wear these with all of your footwear and it would look fantastic. All right, second pair of bottoms, I have chosen the Closet Core Patterns Pietra pants. This also comes in a few different versions. You can make a wide leg version, full length or cropped. You can make a tapered leg, which I think that's just kind of a cropped, and a pair of shorts to come with this. Again, wonderful options. What I love about this pattern most of all is it has elastic in the back. So you're getting that comfort of having elastic in your waistband without sacrificing style, because the front is flat. You still get a very streamlined look in the front. It has these gorgeous pockets that just add a lot of interest to the lower half of your body. And I've made them. They're really comfortable to wear as well. So I have gone with something a little bit more drapey. You could definitely, I've made these out of linen. They're wonderful. You can make them out of a little bit lighter weight denim would be fantastic. Cotton twills, cotton canvases. There's a whole bunch of fabric. I would make sure that you're sticking maybe not so much on the heavy end of those fabrics, but more medium weight, because you don't want too much bunching with the elastic in the back. You don't want to get like a diaper butt. So I would use things that definitely will gather in nicely across that elastic that's in the back. So for this one, I went with the Meat Milk Stretch Tinsel Twill fabric. If you've ever worked with tinsel twill, it feels like silk, washed silk, to be honest, but it is tinsel is kind of a cousin of viscose. It is made in a similar way as rayon and viscose, so it is a cellulose fiber, whether that be wood or bamboo is even considered that, although this isn't bamboo. But Tinsel is a brand, and it is actually goes through the same process as rayon and viscose, but it's all recycled chemicals, so it's much friendlier for the environment, and it makes a really great product for a very reasonable price. So for the colors in this, for the warm color palette, I have gone with the pecan colorway. It's brown, but it is a very warm brown, and I think that this would be lovely with the orange, number one, and of the cardigan that I have paired with this, and I think it's just going to go really nicely with this pattern as well, because it has a little bit heavier drape, and I've actually seen a few people that have made this pattern. I've not yet, but in a viscose twill, which would be very simple to your tinsel twill, and it just looks really nice, all three of the versions. Obviously the wide leg is just going to have gorgeous drape, but it even looks really good in the tapered leg of the pant as well, and it gathers into that elastic beautifully. So again, I've gone with pecan for the warm colorway. And then for the cool colorway, I've gone with this Anchor, which is like a cool gray, a darker gray. And I think that this, it's just a standard neutral, like it's gonna go with everything, right? And just look really great also with that hot pink cardigan as well. All right, those are our two bottoms. Now we're gonna move on to tops. Every wardrobe needs a good knit top, and I highly recommend everyone find their t-shirt pattern. My t-shirt pattern that I will use forever and ever and ever, amen, is the Cashmerette Concord t-shirt. This was recently re-released in their new size range, so it now goes from size 0 to size 32. Those are US sizes. And it comes with cup sizes as well. So if you have a larger bust, no matter your size, this is a wonderful t-shirt pattern. It fits across the chest just wonderfully. It comes with a cropped length, a mid-length, which hits about mid-hip, and then a little bit longer length that hits right about the crease of your leg, that's shaped. The longer one is a shaped hem, so it almost looks like a shirt tail hem. Beautiful. There's facings that come with the pattern. You can do a short sleeve, a mid-length sleeve, a full sleeve. There's a tab if you want to do like a rolled sleeve. There's a high neck, a scoop neck, and a V-neck. Now, high neck, most of the time when you have a larger chest, is a big no-no because you just get too much fabric. Her high neck is absolutely perfect. It's not too high, so it's not, the crew where it feels like it's a crew neck that's like choking you. It has a little bit of breathing room, so it's a high neck with still being very flattering across the bust. All right, for the fabric, I went very classic with this and chose a striped cotton jersey. I've mentioned it before. I love cotton jersey for t-shirts. It's one of my favorite fabrics. I just find that it holds the shape really well. So while cotton jersey is my favorite thing to make t-shirts out of, I really love a good classic stripe. So for this fabric, actually, this is the cotton jersey knit fabric, and it comes in so many different colors, and not just like white in a color, but even like tonal colors, where it's like a dark green and a lighter green, which I think can also be beautiful and a fun way to play. But for this capsule, I have picked the taupe actually for, the taupe? Yes, the taupe for the warm color palette, because it's a kind of a camel. It comes, taupe actually really it's like a brown and a gray mixed, but still very warm. I'm a warm color palette, and taupe is one that I actually can wear. But this will be a nice neutral top that I think will look great not only with the jeans, but also with those pecan Pietra trousers. I think that because it's a warm color. I think it will go nicely, tonally, with the warm pecan of those pants. And then for the cool color palette, I've gone with the light pink. So I almost called it soft pink, light pink. This is very much your cool baby pink color. So good, so classic, will look phenomenal under that hot pink cardigan. I love when you're mixing different tones of the same color together, and I think that's going to be beautiful, as well as with, I mean, obviously the jeans, that's very much a neutral, but also those gray trousers. I think that I love gray and pink together, and I think that that will be a beautiful combination as well. All right, next I went with a button-up shirt. Now, I know that not everyone wears button-up shirts, but I have found I'm large busted. I cannot buy a button-up shirt in a shop to save my life. Like, that's just not gonna happen. I get gaping, things don't fit right. But when you can sew, you can make your own. One of my favorite button-up shirt patterns is Vogue 8772. I've made that on a number of times. It's easy to kind of hack and play around with. It has darts in the front. It also has waist darts in the front and in the back. I never sew the front waist darts. I have a little bit fuller tummy, and I just find I don't need them, and it gives me a little bit more room. Now, I do love the back darts sewn in. It just gives a beautiful shape in the back of the shirt, and then obviously the bust darts, but I just omit. I just don't sew them, those waist darts in the front, and it works out really, really well. Still gives you a tailored shirt with those back darts without it being too tight across the midriff, and that I do carry weight there, so that is something that I always have to be conscious of. It's a great pattern. It comes as your standard shirt pattern. It comes with a bow blouse, a bow collar as well, so I mean, you can really make this out of a whole bunch of different fabrics. But for this one, I decided to go with a Oxford cotton cloth. I mean, it's just your standard button-up shirt, casual, which is kind of what we're going for with this capsule, a little bit more casual vibe. For the cool color palette, I actually have two options here for you. I went first off with this, what's it just called? Just blue, which is a lighter blue. Now, I know a lot of you think, well, blue is a cool color, and it is, but I think personally that this lighter color blue really plays as a neutral and kind of is a universal color. All of us have yellow in our skin, no matter your skin tone, no matter the coloring. Even if you're cool, skin still it has yellow in it. I mean, obviously some are cooler than others, and again, doesn't matter your skin tone, which is why blues and teals can be universally flattering. I just find that it kind of, I don't know, it spans the colors here. So I've gone with the blue for the warm color palette, but they also make this in red. And if you're wanting to get really fun into some color blocking, I think the red could be really fun and would look really fun paired with the orange. Now, I love blue and orange. The blue button-up shirt with that orange cardigan just sings to me. Also, I think it would be beautiful. I love the light blue with the dark blue jeans. I know that can be a bit taboo style-wise for some, but I love that combination, and you're seeing it all over the place now. Also love it with those pecan trousers. I just think it's a very good contrast. But if you wanted to do something a little different, it also comes in red, which I think would be fun to play around. So it would be more of a color block with the red and the orange together. A little more tonally the same with the pecan trousers. Obviously it's fine with the jeans. But yeah, if you want to get a little crazy, I think that would be fun. But for the cool color palette, I've gone with the Wisteria colorway. I love this color. It's just a nice purple. And I think this with the hot pink cardigan would just be phenomenal. Obviously gray and purple are very similar. A lot of times you can hardly even tell the difference. They can be very tonally similar, but I love that picture, the purple with the gray as well as with the denim. I think that would just be just really stunning. All right, for my final top, I've gone with another t-shirt, but this time a woven t-shirt. I think that we can kind of overlook woven t-shirts. They can be uncomfortable if they don't fit correctly, but luckily we sew, and so we're able to make things that fit beautifully, that can be very, very comfortable to wear. I've gone with the Liesl & Co. Verdun woven t-shirt. This comes in two options. It has kind of a grown-on shorter sleeve, or you can add a little bit longer another sleeve piece to that grown on for a full length sleeve, which would give it just a drop shoulder effect. I really like the short sleeve personally. It has two different necklines. It's got kind of it's a scoop. It's a little bit wider scoop, which I think is also much more flattering on many different body types. And then it also has this beautiful like little I don't know what like a shaped neckline that has like almost like a little keyhole in the front. It reminds me kind of like a tunic. Also very beautiful, and it looks fabulous. So it's almost kind of like a V-neck, but it kind of scoops and then goes down into the V, if that makes sense. But I think that this would be so easy to make. It's not a fabric hog. You could make this out of some smaller cuts of fabric, especially the short sleeve version. And I think that, I mean, just quick to make, easy to wear. So for this, I have gone with a cotton lawn. I think cotton lawn makes for wonderful woven t-shirts. Oh, also with that pattern, it comes in cup sizes as well, if that's something that you need. But for this one, I've gone with the Lady McElroy Marley cotton lawn fabric. I think this print is so cool. It reminds me, I don't know, I mean, it has a little bit of Asian inspiration, I guess, but I just love the colors, and they have this in 5 different colorways, but I love all the different color combinations that they've got. For the warm color palette, I've gone with the russet. Now this appears to be almost like a warm, dusty purple background, which I love for warmer skin tones. And then it's got the birds that are in these really warm teals and mustards and like a russet color. Beautiful. I think it would pair so nicely with both the jeans and the Pietra pants, especially in that pecan color, because that russet is very similar. I think they would really pick up the warm browns there, almost orangey. And then for the cool color palette, I've gone with the color magenta. So this is a navy background with, you've got a little bit brighter colors, almost like a aqua in there, and then a cool pink, and a little bit more of a cooler yellow, and then obviously the hot pink. Beautiful under the cardigan. Great with the gray pants, great with the jeans. I think that this, yeah, I love this fabric. It's very, very beautiful. All right, finally I have my one piece that I like to put on there. Sometimes I'll throw in a jumpsuit or a romper, other times it's a dress. For this one, I have chosen a dress. And I've gone with the Friday Pattern Company Hues dress. I love this. This has quite a few nods to the 90s, which is when I was a teenager, but I just think that it's such an easy shirt dress. But it doesn't have any fiddly collars, so I think it'd be much easier to make. It's got some beautiful shaping that she does in the back with like a crisscross, almost like a corset with a tie, that looks beautiful, but just a very comfortable dress to wear really year round. I mean, unless it's like deep, deep winter, you could easily layer this over and under things to make this wearable almost all year round. And for the fabric, I have gone with the Lady McElroy Viscose Challis fabric in this olive. Now, obviously the olive is a warm color. It has other greens. There's a little bit of pink in there, but I think with the orange cardigan, this would be phenomenal. I love orange and olive green together, and I think that the pink would be, I mean, I just find that very harmonious. So orange and pink are analogous colors to each other on the color chart, so I do enjoy throwing a little bit of pink with my orange. I think that's a very modern and fresh color combination. There's not much in this fabric, but it'd be just enough for something kind of neat and different. And then for the cool color palette, same fabric, but in the Saxon blue. Love this color, just this really bright cobalt, cool color. Also has the pink, a little bit of black in there. That's gonna be gorgeous with the hot pink cardigan as well. Just pairing that hot pink with the lighter pink. I think that, and then with that cobalt blue, whew, so pretty. So pretty. So there you have it. Okay, so for our warm, 7 fabrics for our warm color palette, it would look something like this. Love all of those together, so good. And then for our cool color palette, it would look something like this. Equally as good, love that. Just kind of depends on your own personal coloring or just the colors you like to wear. Anyway, I hope this was helpful and sparked some inspiration for some sewing for you. And if it's capsule wardrobes and wardrobe building is something you're interested in your sewing practice, I hope this was helpful. That's all I have for today, guys. Don't forget, you can find everything I mentioned down below, including the notions to make all of the patterns are also listed down below. You can buy it all straight below me and make it super easy. All right, guys, until next time, happy sewing.